Alright. Hello everybody. It's been a while since I'm done one of these runs. So this could either go correctly or it could be a frame break. Either way it's gonna be fun. So yeah, Dark Forces 2, the OG Jedi Knight. It's a very complex run. There's a bunch of stuff that if you are familiar with runs like Quake or Half-Life, it's kind of similar, but only with the difference that this is a Star Wars game. So the beginning is like super short, it's super simple, but then when I start like getting powers and stuff, it becomes like a really unique run that you won't see in any other game. Okay, so let's begin. As in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so for those of you who haven't seen this game, it's a first/third person shooter. You play as this character called Kyle Katarn, who is a very he comes from the original Dark Forces game, and in this game they decide to shift the character towards being a Jedi. So in this game is where he becomes a Jedi, you start unlocking Force powers. So you have this mix of a very normal shooter combined with Force powers and a pretty basic lightsaber combat. So the camera perspective doesn't matter that much. It's a matter of preference. Personally, I really like using third person to move around, do some platforming, whereas first person is mostly about just shooting guys and landing your shots. Now the run for the speed run, I would say this run is split in like two parts. The first part is going to be very grounded. It's your like run-of-the-mill shooter. Like, for example, I am running diagonally. This is something very common in other speedruns of other shooters. Moving diagonally is like way faster than running straight ahead. And also, it's gonna be a lot of explosive boosting. Grenade, rocket launchers, you name it. That's gonna be the first part of the game. But things get more interesting when you start unlocking Force powers, because that's where it's gonna be like when I can go faster, and it's gonna be where you're gonna see most of the insane skips that you can do in this game. So my plan right now, or what I'm doing right now, is that I need to unlock Force powers as soon as possible. Like the moment I become a Jedi, I need to unlock Force powers. So I need to get Force points, which are like the main currency that you can spend in order to level up Force powers or unlock new Force powers. And that's what I'm doing right now. I just wanna go here and unlock new Force, get some points so I can unlock Force powers at the end or when I become a Jedi. We're reaching towards the end of level 1, and then we're gonna go straight to level 2, which is a nightmare. Alright, the famous level 2. This level is very hard. There is current discs, which are the thermal detonators, which is a fancy name for what pretty much are grenades. These are grenades, and they function as any other grenade in any other game. We're gonna use a few of them to do a couple of jumps. There are 3 of them, and funnily enough, the first one is one of the easiest ones. The second one is kind of like medium difficulty, not that hard to get. And the third one is none other than the hardest trick in the run, so let's see what happens. Oof. I need to be careful with these guys, because they deal a ton of damage. So rather than just try to get around them, I'm just gonna shoot them now. The hitbox is like really huge, so I'm not even bored to try to jump up over them. Alright. So the first jump is like right over here, it skips like huge elevator section. The timing is kinda unforgiving sometimes, but we got it. So you need to like throw to the, you need to gather the explosion from 2 detonators in order to get there. Alright, that's the first one. Now the second one is the medium difficulty one. The important thing is that I need to grab some shields and health, because each time I do one of these jumps I'm gonna lose a ton of HP and shields. Alright, second jump. Perfect, first try. That one is really tricky as well. Funny enough, for me, you have to just wing it. Like, you just start overthinking it. It gets like way harder. And now we are going towards the final jump. This is the one that I'm kind of more concerned about. It's a very hard trick. So pretty much there is an elevator that I need to catch. There's a small time frame where if I'm very quick, I can catch the elevator cycle. So I need to do this like a very... First of all, I need to say to secure. I'm gonna try to do the jump. See what happens. Let's try again. The problem with this jump is like the position has to be correctly. The grenade throw has to be perfect. Something like that. The first jump. Perfect, yeah. There you go. So I have just enough time to carry this elevator. Otherwise, I need to wait for that elevator to go down, and it takes like 4 business days to get there, to get down there. All right, and that's the level 2. All right. Now I haven't mentioned much what's going on in this game, the story. So I'm gonna try to explain it now. As a matter of fact, since level 2 went pretty well, I might just show a cutscene here, because it has to be mentioned in every run, in my opinion, the fact that these cutscenes are amazing here. They are FMV, done by real actors, or real people. So I kinda wanna show the one following this part, because it's like an important one, story-wise. So we're gonna do that. Also need to do a skip here when it grenades. That one skip a huge section of the level, and it's like really simple to do. Yeah, let's show a cutscene. Just this one. Mostly I want to show it because the fact of being like FMV.
This message is intended for my son, Kyle Katarn. Kyle, I have left 2 very important items for you. The first is a map to the Valley of the Jedi, and is embedded in the stone ceiling above this room. The last is a lightsaber that once belonged to a friend and great Jedi, Ran. Use it well. Use it for good.
Alright, so the premise of the scheme is like very simple. We need to find the Valley of the Jedi, which is a place where there are a lot of Jedi or Sith spirits that if somebody takes control of the valley, he takes control of the galaxy pretty much. It's like a really over the top story. We need to find the Valley of the Jedi. Before this guy called Jarek, a Dark Jedi, goes there and becomes the new Emperor or something like that. It's like very simple storyline. In that cutscene, somehow, because of the power of the plot, we become a Jedi. He only takes grabbing my lightsaber to start learning some new powers. And the first power that we learn is this one, Force Jump, or Force Speed, I mean, which pretty much allows me to go faster. And for a speedrun, this is like a heaven sent. Like, it's really amazing. Like, that gap over there, I couldn't make it without just running normally. I had to use speed. And there is this skip over here. Just like that, you make it to the other side. That's a combination of your force speed, the boost that you get from the grenade. That's enough to like get you to the other side, and it skips a huge ton of the level where you had to swing. I don't remember. It's been a while. All right. So after that, we gotta finish the level. There's one more trick here that involves me dying. So first and foremost, I need to lower my shields here and my HP in general because I want to die as quick as possible. Shoot a little bit here to make sure that, okay, that's fine. The idea there is that if I die, the grenade push me forward and I can clip that door. And then the other side is the end level trigger. And the game recognizes me finishing the level because my body is there. It only takes my body to get there, either alive or dead, to trigger the end level. Alright. Now we start leveling up our force speed. Now we can go faster. And also my mana pool, or is my force pool. It's like pretty much my mana in this game. I can use my powers way more often. And in later stages of the game I can just spam my force powers and not lose any mana at all.
Is that a probe droid I hear?
But at the beginning I need to be very conservative with my when I need to use my powers. Anyway. So this level is really important for one reason, and one reason alone, is the fact that I'm gonna grab a new weapon, which it's called the Rail Detonator, but it's pretty much a rocket launcher. Like each weapon in this game has a very fancy name, like lore friendly, but they function like in any other shooter, and in this case I just grabbed the rocket launcher. There's a rocket jump you can do there. I was very early though, so I'm just gonna take the loss. So skip over here, you jump like that, you can make it to the top here where you are not supposed to go, and then rapid jump over here. That's another skip. Oh crap. Oh yeah. Quick saving and quick loading is like the bread and butter in this game. You're gonna see a lot of that. Because we can just quick save whenever. But the caveat is that whenever I want to quick load, there isn't a button for it. You need to go through a menu in order to quick load a level. So yes, so sure, I can just quick save whenever and be very safe, but every time I mess up, I need to do that menuing. And even though I can do it like super fast right now because I've been playing this game since forever, it's still like very diminishing. You can lose a ton of time by just quick loading. You screw up a lot. Alright, now we are heading towards the first boss of this game. As John. That's not the cool thing about this game. Like, Jarek, our enemy that we need to stop, is in charge of also a lot of like dark Jedis and stuff. Each character has a different personality, gimmick, and design, and each of them are one boss fight. This is the first fight, and there's a very specific way to kill him. It's just trying to body block him like that with the force jump, and just hit him 3 times, and then he's dead. Alright, I would suggest not to blink now, because this level is gonna go really fast. There are several skips going. The first one is right over here. Open the hatch, you can just jump over there with a rocket jump. The second is over here. We'll do another jump like that, and now we are heading towards one of the coolest tricks in the run. So what I'm gonna do here is gonna align myself up and stare in this tower, and I'm gonna place mines. These are landmines, explosives, pretty much. What I'm gonna do is stack a bunch of them, and the explosions stacked are gonna allow me to launch like this. And what I'm trying to do is try to land in that square area. Which is, I think I'm too far. This is why I'm not getting it. That's gonna work. There we go. So I'm trying to land in this square area. This is the end of the level. And as I said before, since your body make it there, you can just trigger the end level, just like that. Instead of entering the tower and climb your way up. That's like, this is way faster. Alright, this is the first half of the game done. As I said, the first part is like really simple, just explosive boosting and all, but now it's like when the run starts to be more interesting because of this. I have a ton of force points. I'm gonna max out my force speed and force jump, and this is gonna make the run interesting because now I can just go super fast and I can start force jumping. So now platforming is like really easy to do. I can go way faster than running straight ahead. Oh, screwed. Up here, this. The only drawback is that if I run into a wall while full speed, I can lose a ton of health. Like, there is collision in this game. And as a matter of fact, that's gonna come into play later in the final boss. So yeah, I gotta be careful, and when I run in tight corridors and stuff. Why then? Oh, I got to look here. So I'm killing those little guys, the Ognuts. They are necessary. You have to kill them. At least a couple of them. Because of one reason only. That's the fact of... That's gonna decide which ending I'm gonna get in this game. There are 2 endings. The dark side and the light side ending. And the only thing that decides which ending I'm gonna get is like either kill civilians or which force powers we're gonna get. In either case, we're gonna kill a ton of civilians and unlock dark side powers in order to get the dark side ending. The dark side ending is way faster in the speedrun, like definitely like, super fast, because there are several cutscenes that are removed, and also the force powers, the dark side powers are way better than the light side powers, at least in the speedrun. So collision come into play here. I gotta be really careful while doing this free fall. If I land in a very in a wall, pretty much, I can lose a ton of health or even die. There we go. I don't know, that's just in case. I need to grab it, but since we're here already. Now we gotta finish this level. This level is one of the slowest one, because there's a ton of... You have to play as intended. There's not much you can do here to skip portions of the level. And this is another downtime. It's a huge elevator that you cannot speed up. I'll listen until I get to the higher part where I can just start spamming a little my force jumps in order to get to the top. Like this. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about force jump. Force jump is another force power that's like amazing for the run. I can combine it with rocket jumps and and jump way higher. So I combine the force jumps with my force speed and the rocket jumps, and that's insane how fast I can go. Alright, this is one of my favorite levels in the run. Because high corridors, you can do a bunch of stuff in a short period of time. I also grabbed this gun, the concussion rifle. This gun allows me to shoot, and it has a huge AoE, and I can use it, for example, there to open the door by just shooting at it, rather than just getting close and trying to open it myself. Here's another skip you can do. Like that. Use the recoil or the downward boost you get to make it to the bottom without having to do the objective. Alright, the second boss. Or the second and third boss, technically. There are two guys here. This is a very random fight, or RNG heavy. That's something I haven't mentioned. Even though the game is like mostly like technical or like everything is like manageable, there are a few random things that can make you lose time, and the boss fight is one of them. So here I want to hit both guys with my with one swing and try to stack them each other, but sometimes these guys start splitting or blocking all my attacks, so it's just a matter of luck what you get here. Okay, this is another level with a very huge skip, which is kind of simple, but it actually skips a huge ton of the level. You have to get a few keys to open some new areas, but what you can do here is just go to this edge, jump to this bridge like this, and then do a jump like this with your strafe running. The strafe running allows you to like get the distance necessary there to make it to the other side. And you can just skip all the main objective. Now I trigger the end level. I need to wait for my ship to come back. And for the time being, I'll just grab some ammunition. I kinda need ammo for a few jumps in the next level. Here. This is another interesting level. Unfortunately, we had to follow the design, or do it as intended. I need to destroy these panels, and there are 4 of them in order to unlock force field, or deactivate a force field. Yeah. And like that. Oh crap. Ah, I picked up the wrong weapon, that's why I wasn't jumping. There we go. You can use the concussion rifle to jump higher as well. It's not as effective as the rocket launcher, but it's still like a lot higher that you can jump. Here we have the other the 4th or 3rd boss fight. And this one it shows one of the reasons why we pick up dark side powers, because we're gonna use a dark side power here to kill this guy. We're gonna use force throw. We're gonna do it here as hit this guy once. We're gonna lure him over here, and use the boxes with force throw, and that does enough damage to kill the boss straight away. There's supposed to be like a bunch of phases that you have to go through in order to kill the guy, but if you deal enough damage in the first phase, you can kill him like right away. And by using the boxes with force throw, it's enough damage. Oh yeah, I went dark side here. There's supposed to be a cutscene where, according to your actions, it decides which alignment I'm gonna get. Dark side, I went dark side here because, as I said, I unlocked dark side powers and also I killed a few civilians. And yes, as I said, the reason we go dark side is because we remove a bunch of cutscenes that otherwise would be playing here and are unescapable. That's like the only unescapable thing in this speedrun, the cutscenes. The other reason why we go dark side is because of this. Kind of like faithful to the lore, the dark side powers are more offensive rather than defensive. So they are better when it comes to killing bosses quickly. As you saw there, I just used spam on my force lightning to kill that guy like really fast. So that's why we use like dark side powers, because the offensive advantage, I guess, is better than the defensive like, advantage that you get by using light side powers. And kind of funny, that was found like very late in the speedrun history of this game. Like for a long time, people used to go light side, and then somebody realizes that actually dark side is faster. That was like an easy 1 minute time save. Alright, so the later or the end stages of this run are very straightforward. You just run to the end level, trigger as fast as you can by using your force powers. Just jumping around. I'm gonna take the loss there. I can quick load there and try not to get hit, but I should be finding health for the next final part. Oh, shoot. As you saw there, I need to use my force speed there to make it to the other side. Otherwise the wind is gonna just push me back. And you are not supposed to do that casually. That's like another like exploit, so to speak. Like the fact you can combine a strafe running with your force speed, it really makes for a bunch of like exploits in this game. This is one of the worst levels in the run as well. This is body block heaven. There's a bunch of enemies in very tight corridors, and also whenever you kill an enemy, there is like an animation, a die animation, and the hitbox is still like activated. So you need to wait for like the dying animation to end in order to like walk through enemies. Okay. As you see there, that's a very good example. Just so there, you had to like wait for the cutscene or the end, the death animation until I can hit the door there or open that door. It's not a cool trick as well. And this thing, we can just clip through it, and then if we land in a corner, there's a little slope in that corner. We can just fall and land there, and I take like very little fall damage. If I land in a flat area, I'm gonna die probably. But if I land in that little slope, I break my fall for some reason. That's how physics work in this game, or in this game engine. Which unfortunately you don't see in many other games. The only other games who have these engines are the expansion, of course, and Star Wars droid works, which I haven't looked around to see, or check it out to see if it's an actually good run. Probably it isn't. Alright, this is the final proper level. After this there are 2 boss fights, which I'm gonna finish the run. We make it to the Valley of the Jedi eventually. However, Jarek was faster than us, so he's already like doing his ritual to get all the power to govern the galaxy or something like that. So we need to hurry up and try to catch him up. Sorry, I have a brief effort here. I need to remember what was the solution here. It's been a while since I run this game. There we go. Should be it. Oh yeah, at the end of this level there's a one mini boss. It's kind of like a mini boss, it's the ATST. There's one strat you can do here, you can aim for the crutch and combine with my force lightning, that should be enough to kill him. So just want to be very careful here not to die. Oh, I had to grab the key. Yeah. Those are small brain farts I got for because I'm kind of rusty. Alright, Buck. This is another very heavy RNG, or RNG heavy boss fight. What we're gonna do is lure him to this corridor. Come over here, my friend. And we're gonna use again Force Throw. Because we can. Oh, I don't need to die there. I need to be alive or survive that. Otherwise, it won't trigger the ending. There we go. So yeah, you use those spike to kill the boss with Force Throw. It deals a ton of damage. And now we're here to the final boss of this game, Jarek. This one has another very interesting kill, or way to kill him.
You cannot.
So we're gonna go to the top of this tower. Give me a second. There we go. And we're gonna land at least 10 landmines. We're gonna stack them each other. And this should be enough to kill the boss. Just like that. So the game, because of the combination of 10 mines, the boss just get a very huge boost and he just crashes into the wall and just dies because of the collision. It's not like the explosion what kills the boss, it's the collision effect that you get there. And that's the end. I forgot that. I'm running the timer. You usually run this game in with a auto splitter. That's I think I need to get used to it. But yeah, that's TF2. A very straightforward run with a lot of things to interesting runs. It's like a very similar to other shooters with the caveat, with the special thing about with being the force powers and the lightsaber combat. Oh yeah. Okay. Thanks for having me. It's been fun. Thanks BMAC for running this marathon and also for inviting me over. Also shout outs to Lane for like helping out with setting up and all this stuff. So good luck for the rest of the marathon. Have fun everybody. Enjoy the rest of the marathon. Bye.